The dogs and I made it up to the cabin here this afternoon. It's a nice, breezy, fairly mild day. I'm gonna cut some grass and then we have a barbecue with some friends tomorrow, and gonna mark the area where we want to dig this trench for power to the shed here, and then we'll call 811 and get them here because there's some underground fiber optics and electrical and stuff, so just want to make sure we avoid those when we come to dig the trench. And then who knows what else we'll get into. Probably be here, today's Thursday, but probably be here Saturday or Sunday. We're supposed to get rain tonight and tomorrow, which could affect our barbecue, but we sure need the moisture, so I don't think anybody will be disappointed if it rains. So yesterday we had rain off and on all day, so a cloud would come through and dump some rain, and then it would stop and that. So I didn't video anything yesterday because of how wet it was, but I wanted to show you what I got started on here next to the driveway was balsam. There were balsam tops down and that, so I started cutting some of these dead ones out that I could drop and handle myself and that. So I took several out on this side, and then I cut them into lengths here, and then we'll saw those into firewood lengths, and I'll take those probably back to Duluth to my neighbor who does the campfires. And I started on this side here as well, and then through the tops and branches off to the side. Those will get loaded onto the trailer on one of these trips and hauled to the burn site and that. But there's still tons of balsam to do yet, and some of it I don't want to do by myself, just because they might be leaning a certain way and that. But in the back here I started knocking them down, but I haven't cleaned them up yet, so we'd have room to drop them, and then we'll work at cleaning the site up, haul the branches and tops away, and have a bunch of campfire wood for folks that use it. So you can see there's lots of dead balsam yet, but it's a start. It really opens up the canopy and that, which can be a good thing actually. Let some of the other trees you want, the popples here, and there's some white pine and red pine seedlings coming up. So we'll just keep whittling away. I don't know if I'm going to cut anything more today. It's kind of humid after all that rain yesterday. But we'll see. I got a couple things I want to do yet, and then probably just pack up the gear and the dogs and head for home. But I just wanted to show you what I got started yesterday anyway, in between rainstorms. Well, I just finished the annual cutting of the power line except for all the shrubs that we bought years ago that are taking hold just to give us a little more of a buffer from the highway. So I was wondering if that new Honda mower in the mulch setting would cut all this, but it did, no problem. And that, so we got this looking pretty good for right now. I had a little of the paint left here and ran this line. I got another can in the cabin that I'll use that's orange and finish marking off the section, and then we'll have 811 come and mark the underground lines that are here. There's 2 power lines and a fiber optic line going through here, and I mentioned I have a pretty good idea where they all are, but we're going to be safe and call it in and have it marked accordingly, and then if we get that little tractor we'll dig the trench, and so we'll run power from the cabin near where the power comes in and the fiber optic and come to the shed here, either on this back wall or on the other side, and get some electricity into the shed. So that'll be nice for lights, and if you're working on anything you'll have some outlets to plug in some power equipment or whatever. So possibly next weekend, if the tractor is available and they get it marked, we'll maybe come up and try and do that on Saturday and Sunday, at least get the trench dug and a couple other things. So I don't think I'm going to do much more of anything else but finish packing up and cleaning up and head for home. The dogs are patiently waiting for me to get them loaded in the truck, and that they always know when things are being organized for the ride home, and they're anxious and in a hurry to get in the vehicle because they don't want to get left behind, which of course we wouldn't do. But anyway, finished up here and be heading out here shortly, and that it was a nice weekend. Did a few chores here, had a real nice gathering with friends at another cabin here in one of the lakes for a barbecue on Friday. We had some decent rain Thursday night, Friday, off and on yesterday. Got some of the dead balsam cut down. I got to finish marking the outline of where we want them to flag the underground lines before I leave here, and maybe we'll be back next weekend to do some work with that. So anyway, thank you for coming along on this little journey with me and the dogs, Diddy and Kira, and we'll see you on the next video.